Hello, this is our next video in our series of how to build your apparel decorating business. Today we're going to talk about adding mobile printing to your um, apparel decorating business. Um, we added a mobile printing section of a part of our business and found this to be very profitable. Um, we set up mostly at sporting events like a middle school volleyball tournament or a high school regional basketball tournament, or whatever you can find that there's going to be a large crowd. And what we did is we shared a percentage of the profits with the school or the group that let us set up at their event. And we found this to be a very profitable thing. So I'm going to tell you kind of what our setup was, and some thoughts on what I think works well. Uh, the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need a press. Now, we kind of overdid it with the press. Basically, what you need is you need a four color but one station press. Uh, Four colors because what we did is we had four different prints. We oftentimes had a print that was like the tournament type print, the XYZ volleyball tournament, and had a volleyball design on the front. We usually had a print where we had all the teams that were participating on the back, and then we had two sport specific type prints, like for example, if it's a volleyball tournament, hit like a girl, or those type of things that you can readily find, those type of prints everywhere. And what we would do is the customer would come up and they would say, okay, I want print number one on the front, I want print number three on the back, or whatever. So what works well, we bought a small four color, four station press, but you really don't need the different stations. Here's the other thing that we did. We always used a dark ink, and picked garments to sell that dark ink would work on. We usually used black, but you could use navy or royal or whatever. But we usually used black, so you didn't need a flash. That way you can just hit one hit, and you're ready to go. I do see people printing white, but you need a flash, or you print one coat of white on a dark garment. It doesn't look very well. It look very good. So we just used black ink, and then we had the same color garments that we sold all the time with our mobile. So we always had a gray, we had a pink, we had a light blue, um, and we had another, or like a sapphire, or so, kind of that type of color, so that a dark ink would look good on. These were popular colors. I tell you one other thing we did that worked really well. We oftentimes had a tie dye shirt as well. The customer would come up and they would pick, okay, I want a gray hoodie and I want a tie-dye t-shirt and I want print number one on the front, I want print number four on the back. We'd print it and hand the customer the garment. So you need a four color, one station press. You can find these used a lot, on Digismith or whatever, or you can purchase them new. Make sure you don't get those junky, real cheap presses that are going to be hard to align. Get you a regular, a sturdy type press, even though these are kind of small. We bought that little tiny Vastex D100 dryer. Now I see a lot of people using a flash with their mobile setup. We went on and bought the little bitty tiny dryer. It'll set on a table. Again, you can find them used a lot on Digismith if you're patient. You can expect to spend about $2,500 if you bought that little dryer new, but it plugs into a 110 outlet, so it works well for the mobile. We are thinking also, we were concerned about the flash, whether it would actually cure well. Maybe you'd burn the shirt over flashing, that type thing. So, and then also we were kind of thinking, if your main dryer in your shop ever went down, you had this little dryer that we could get you by for a day or two if you absolutely had to. So we were thinking that way as well. So we went on and bought that little dryer. It worked very, very well for this mobile. And So you are going to obviously need some way to cure your garments. We bought some tables, those little folding tables, and that worked well for lay your garments out on, and then to set your little dryer on. And we had like a little booth set up. You can get the little credit card thing that goes on goes on an iPad or goes on your iPhone that you can swipe credit cards with. And obviously you can take cash as well. But we went to, like, for example, a middle school volleyball tournament that we might set up on a Friday night and all day on Saturday. We might take in close to $2,000 on an event like that, and your expenses on your garments might be, I don't know, $400 or $500, or maybe not quite that much. And that's pretty much your only expense that you have, and then we usually shared between 15 and 20% of the gross with the school or the group for letting us set up, and then the rest of the money was profit. Now, the only thing you have to think about is, after you've worked all week, are you going to want to, spend Friday night and all day Saturday set up at an event? And while it's not hard work, you're standing all day, so you really have to think, okay, am I going to invest this money? Am I really going to do it myself, or are you going to have a worker perhaps that you could share? I know several times I had our main screen printer. We paid them $20 an hour, plus we paid them 15% of the profits on top of that to incentivize them for them to work. And still the business, we still kept $600-700 for that weekend event, and we really didn't do anything because the employee took it. So do you have somebody who's going to do it? Are you willing to do it? That type of thing, so that you're paying for your what you paid to buy the equipment. But we also use this equipment a couple times on open house events at our own at our store. I know we had come and print your own shirt all day on a Saturday, and we had customers. The first 100 customers that came in, they could print their own shirt. We had our own logo set up on the machine. So we had maybe some. I know we had some, like we were in Kentucky's, like a state of Kentucky type, a couple of designs. And so that work, that equipment can be used for that as well. So I think that adds something to your business. It can become another profit center. Depending on, you can get into it pretty cheap if you decided to do it with a flash and a 4-color 1-station press. You could, you don't really have to spend all that much money. And you could create another profit center. And plus, the people, it's amazing how many people have never seen shirts actually be printed. They don't know the effect. So it was almost like when you go to one of these events, a crowd would gather to watch, like you're kind of an attraction at that event because they've never seen this done. So that can be something else that promotes your business. Obviously, you'd have some banners or your business cards, things like that, which may further down the road somebody see you printing at one of these events and then later contact you for their custom orders for their business. So hopefully this helps someone get this set up for your business. We'll see you in the next video.